Welcome back to Life After the Lodge. On this episode, we'll be visiting my hometown of Barrhead, Alberta, and we'll be flying back to Vancouver to go up one last time to Rivers Inlet for the year to cook for the crew who are working on the Chinook River egg take for the Percy Walker's hatchery. I'm finally driving home after spending a week with friends on Cortez Island, where I ate my first lobster mushrooms and met a lot of cool people. I'm spending a night in our winterized RV in Kulshena to begin my 9-hour drive to Barrhead. From Kamloops, I take Highway 5 north, and I start noticing the leaves becoming bright orange. The highway eventually turns onto the Yellowhead, and we got lucky today with a great view of Mount Robson. Soon we're in Jasper Park, and man, I heard about the fire that ripped through here, but it's so different seeing the devastation with your own eyes. I got past the mountains, and now I'm getting deeper into the prairies, taking familiar turns down familiar roads that I visit twice a year now. I'm enjoying the big Alberta skies and all the autumn colors. And soon I'm home. I have just over a week here, and there's lots I want to do. Starting in my parents' yard. First of all, their firewood needs stacking. Then there's a large pile of rocks in the front yard that need to be brought down the hill to the side of the house. And little by little, the pile got smaller and smaller, and now it's time for a break. And we had a little family get-together, and Dad took the boat out for one of the last nice days of the year. The girls went on the first ride, while a couple others took the canoe out to the little bay in front of the house to try fishing. Lac La Nun is known for its pike, perch, and walleye, and for some good boat cruising. We're in town now shopping for some cowboy-themed gifts, and there's no better place to look than the back 40. I was also looking for some things for myself and needed a bit more selection, so my mom and I went to West Edmonton Mall. When we got home, there was this awesome windstorm.
He's like, I know we're done now.
Yeah.
I feel good. So now we're
And
done.
my feet feel great.
Good job.
Except they want to get away from the rest of the world. They don't want you to mainstream. Yeah, that's why they're there.
I spent a morning with my mom at her church helping her set up a pulpit display that she creates for special occasions. Then we helped prep the Thanksgiving lunch that will be served after this Sunday's service. I then spent the afternoon making a smoked salmon platter that we'll bring to our family's Thanksgiving potluck dinner. Every year, my aunt plans a dinner at the farm that my mom grew up on, just outside of Rochester, Alberta. Everyone brings something or pitches in some way, and I've been asked to carve the turkey, and I'm getting lots of help from my Auntie Kim. It's always nice to catch up with family members that you haven't seen in years. And I really appreciate how much work it takes to put on one of these events. I'm definitely thankful that my time off lines up with Thanksgiving this year. On my last night in Barrhead, we all got together one more time to bowl before I leave again for another 6 months.
Yeah, I'm good.
Just arrived at the airport, said goodbye to mom and dad. And that old saying, like, it's not a goodbye, it's a see you later, does not make it any easier. And that's the tough part about being on the road all the time, is saying goodbye. Saying see you later to everybody. Sucks. But here we go, meeting Ted in Vancouver in just a couple hours. Good morning from Sierra Seaplanes in Richmond. We're heading up to Rivers Inlet this morning to go help out the Percy Walker's hatchery.
Before I know it, I'm back in Rivers Inlet preparing to land at Duncanby Lodge. A couple of boats will get us all the rest of the way to Good Hope Cannery.
You're less pepperoni on there now.
After getting the guys settled into their rooms, I helped unload the groceries and sent the guys off with some snacks.
Here, put these in your pocket.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's really wet and cold here right now, so I set up my room with my heater and put on all of my layers before getting to work.
First couple tasks gonna be putting away all the groceries that came in, getting dinner ready for tonight, and prepping some breakfast for tomorrow so I don't have to wake up too early.
The cannery has been winterized, which means I have no running water. Luckily, Chris set up a hose, which will definitely be a game changer. Chris is the winter watchman here, and he's currently outside helping move the breakwater and docks. Now it's time for me to unpack some boxes and see what I've got to work with for food. Then prep breakfast, dinner, and snacks.
The guys are just arriving back now from their first afternoon out on the river. I've got some water on for washing and for the pasta. I've got some spaghetti sauce in the oven here, and the veggies, and the garlicky cheese toast. Yum! A little salad, and the kitchen's pretty much set up to how I need it. So we good.
It's a super full moon right now, and the tide is the highest I've seen it in so long. The next morning, it's still raining, and I serve breakfast, clean up, the lunch cooler, and see the crew off. Then I clean the staff area, fill my coffee cup before prepping the 30-cup coffee maker for the next day. I'm also on bathroom and garbage duty here.
Just finished breakfast, did all the dishes, got the stew in the oven for dinner, and I'm ready to head up to the river today. I'm so excited.
The dry room is a must on the West Coast. If you don't want to put on cold, wet clothes in the morning, then you need a dry room. It's important to wear lots of layers and waterproof everything. The water color changes once you hit the river from all the glacial runoff. Ted's our captain today since he has the most experience running up these rivers, knowing where it's shallow and how to maneuver in the current. We dock at the village before we get onto the other boats that are going to be taking us further up the river. But before we get to work, Ted takes us to some pictographs that were left by his ancestors at the bottom of this monumental rock structure. Ted also showed us an area that used to hold a totem and a few other houses long ago that were burnt down in a fire. Then it was time to make our way to the shack built along the river where the salmon eggs and sperm are collected for the hatchery. The team starts by checking yesterday's catch. When the female salmon or does are caught, there's a process of checking their bellies to see if the eggs are ripe. After a few days, if they aren't ready, the fish are released so that hopefully the process can happen naturally. The buck pen gets fully submerged every night to keep the bears from taking them, and the crew is working on bringing it back to shore. Everything here is heavy lifting, and it takes good teamwork to get things done. You really can't be afraid of getting soaking wet, which clearly I am. Then you have to make sure this buck is ready to release his sperm. Megan is the assistant hatchery manager and will be documenting all of the scientific data from the salmon. The length and the weight are taken, as well as some scale samples that will identify the age, growth patterns, and basically the life history of each fish.
You want science on this fish?
Now the sperm is taken from a buck, and it's as easy as massaging its belly. The samples are labeled and kept in a cooler and then returned to the hatchery. This is a 45-pound Chinook doe whose eggs are already starting to release. Females can hold on an average 10,000 eggs, depending on her size and age. Generally, it'll take about 40 females to reach the goal of 300,000 eggs for the hatchery this season. And there's definitely a feeling of relief and accomplishment once all those eggs are gathered. Now let's grab a gill net and go catch some fish with Rivers Inlet's most renowned fisherman brothers, Ted and Dwayne Walkus. In the rugged environment of Rivers Inlet, the crew trusts their Mustang Survival PFDs because they're built to withstand the cold, fast-moving river currents and the unpredictable weather. Knowing their PFDs and gear are designed with advanced flotation and durability, they can focus on the demanding work of the salmon conservation, feeling confident that their safety is always covered. Check out the link in my description to visit the Mustang Survival website and get one of your own.
Wow.
I have a hot stick.
And I got mayonnaise. I'm not afraid to throw this bun.
It's time to submerge the buck pen again for the night and grabbing one of those famous egg take poses.
I don't know.
Oh, those gotta come out. Just gotta
Hey, Chris?
Now we're heading up to the hatchery to complete the process.
Is that your dad?
Megan's got all the samples organized, and we're ready to help her fertilize the eggs. Water activates the eggs, making them harden and start the process of growth. A backup male is added in case the primary sample was infertile. The eggs are then rinsed multiple times before getting set into these trays, which hold them until their yolk sacs can no longer sustain them. I'll leave links in the description so that you can check out my other hatchery videos.
I want to squeeze you.
Just a little baby.
Hi, little baby.
My name is Yuri. Greg's son. Tim, where's your keys for the boat?
Thanks to all the men and women involved in the egg take this year, over 320,000 eggs have been collected and are currently being transformed into little baby Chinook as we speak. If you're looking to donate to the hatchery, you can visit psf.ca, that's the Pacific Salmon Foundation, and look up donations for the Percy Walkus Hatchery. If you're looking for more information about the hatchery, you can visit percywalkushatchery.org. And there's also a really great YouTube video out there that I'm going to link in the description below of when the little smelts, the little baby salmon, are in the outdoor pens and then they're getting moved, the process of moving them into the open net pens in the ocean. So you can check out that video. It'll be down below in the comment or in the description down below. Lots of adventures coming soon. We're going to be drifting south again this winter, so you can check out my playlist of drifting south last year, and Brent and Minnie and I are going to be getting into the RV shortly here and starting to head south towards Mexico. The 2024 season of lodge life here at Good Hope Cannery in Rivers Inlet, British Columbia, Canada has come to an end. This is it. We're getting ready to go, and I'm so excited for all the new adventures coming soon. So yeah, make sure to subscribe and follow along for more adventures. A big, huge thank you to all of my channel members for your continued support this year. It really means so much to me. I'm so grateful for you all. And everyone liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing, thank you for being here and creating this West Coast community with me. It's really amazing. So thank you for watching, and take care until next time.